my friends are so lucky to have me as a friend. Everybody's so lucky to know me. I love me. No, but seriously. Hey guys, it's Sarah. Today I guess I kind of wanted to film like a more serious video. I don't even know if you'd call it serious, honestly. A few weeks ago, if you subscribe to Zoella or Zosug or whatever you want to call her, she posted a video just talking kind of all about her experience with her anxiety, and that kind of gave me an idea to make one of my own, because I know a lot of what she said helped me and just made me feel kind of like less alone in all of it, and I was kind of hoping I could do the same thing and just like make someone feel better at least a little bit. So yeah, I guess let's get started with this. Overall, I've probably had anxiety for as long as I've been really in social situations, so probably around like the time elementary school really started, like second-ish grade, when you really have like actual work to do, both in class and kind of homework type stuff. But I was always, even before that, just a nervous child in general. I would just worry kind of about everything, and you know, I mean, when you're 4 years old, there's not a whole lot you need to worry about at all. But I would just constantly find myself worrying about everything, and even now I can remember back to like probably my like 4th or 5th birthday party, and I remember just sitting at a table with like all my, you know, friends and family and everybody, and they were singing happy birthday to me, and I just remember being so nervous, and I don't know why. A lot of that has to do with like people looking at me. I don't know why, and I know a lot of people are like this, so by no means am I trying to single myself out, but when large amounts of people are staring at me, or even small amounts of people for that matter are staring at me, it makes me nervous, and I kind of forget what I'm trying to like say or do. So yeah, I guess that's probably where it began, around 2nd grade, so it was probably what, like 7-ish. I'm 18 now, so that's a long time. Yay. Anyway, a lot of things, I guess not like, you know, a whole lot of things trigger my anxiety, but a lot of things do, and some things trigger it much worse than others. You know, sometimes I'll just be out in public and something will happen, or somebody will say or do something, and I'll just kind of, you know, start like worrying a little bit, but mostly I can keep that internal and keep it to myself and keep it to like, what's my hair doing? And keep it to like a really like minimal amount of just general worrying. Then again, there are some things where if I'm in this situation, or if somebody, you know, does this or doesn't do that or whatever, I just have to either take myself out of the situation somehow, or I know I'm just gonna have like a panic attack, and it's not gonna be good. I was thinking about it, and there are really only 4 things that trigger, I guess, my anxiety to the point where I am so uncomfortable that I either just will not do it if I know that I, you know, like that's an option, that I don't have to, or I just kind of like go into this like cocoon and just kind of block everyone out and kind of basically just have a panic, lack of a better word, to have a panic attack. I was trying to make it sound so much nicer than it is, and it's just, panic attacks suck. Can't make them sound nice, what the fuck. I'm probably gonna go in order from like the least worst to the absolute worst one that I just won't, no. All of it is a no to the first one, all of it. Everything in my life, I can't do it. I would say like the least worst thing that triggers my anxiety is driving. And I'm 18 and I live in the US, so I've had my driver's license for about 2 years-ish, and I've been driving for almost 3, because before that you get your learner's permit and all that. But it still just makes me worry. I don't worry if I'm like driving somewhere that I've been a million times and I could get to with my eyes closed or something, like if I was driving to school, that's nothing. But driving anywhere that I either haven't been a lot or haven't been in a long time or have never been to, just scares the crap out of me. An example of that, I guess, would be maybe like a month and a half ago-ish. Me and my friend went to Atlanta for a concert, and we're about, I guess, like 2-ish hours north of Atlanta. And I was the one driving. And I-75, first of all, holy shit. It's only a 3-lane highway, so it's not that bad for the most part, but there's just a lot of people on it, and there's a lot of like 18-wheelers. So at many points I felt really just like boxed in, and like, you know, if one of those 18-wheelers makes any kind of a mistake, or if I make any kind of a mistake, I'm just kind of screwed. Driving somewhere where I need directions to get there, I'll do it. I have done it multiple times, but if there is a way for me not to have to drive, whether that be like one of my friends driving or my parents or my friend's parents or whatever, then I won't drive. If there's any possible way that I don't have to drive, I'm not gonna drive. Everything about it worries me, because and it's honestly, it's not that big of a deal if you get lost, because you can just, you know, now with like your phone, you can just go current what's the location, current location to wherever the hell you're wanting to go, and it'll usually get you there. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. I don't know why it worries me so much, but it does. I hate it. If I drive you anywhere and I also don't know where I'm going, you better thank me a lot, because I must really like you, or really like what we're doing, because I don't do that ever. The next one for me, and I feel like this one is more specific toward me, even though I know, again, millions or thousands or whatever amount of people also definitely have this problem. That's my bra. I don't care, first of all. Is I have really bad kneecaps, and I've had them for forever. I guess it started in middle school. But basically, and I'm gonna warn you, because this is gross, okay? If you don't like talking about gross stuff, or if the talk of injuries just, you know, bothers you in any way, I would just go ahead and skip on. I'll probably have an annotation somewhere around here saying when I stop talking about this topic, so you can just, you know, fast forward it if that bothers you. But I'm just gonna say it. My kneecaps dislocate hella easily. Like, I can be walking and I'll like place my foot a weird way, and you know, my kneecap is just like, oh hey, I'm gonna take a great vacation to the side of Sarah's leg where it doesn't belong. So any like, this is gonna make me sound so lazy, but I swear to God I'm not lazy, because I do, like, I like running, but it has to be on like a treadmill or one of those elliptical machines or whatever. Just running or like walking too fast or walking over like uneven terrain, like if I'm going hiking or something, or like walking over like wet tile. Oh my god, wet tile. We had tile everywhere in my old high school. Holy, oh my god, if it was raining, get me on carpeted area now. That's all I have to say. I'm just so worried that I'm gonna like trip or fall, or my foot's gonna go a weird way, and one of my kneecaps is just gonna like meander off of where it's supposed to be. And FYI, for me, I know it's different for a lot of people when that happens. It hurts like a mother, first of all. So that I'd like to avoid. I think everybody would like to avoid general pain. And for me, it's really bad because I basically cannot walk on that leg for like 2 or 3 weeks, so I'd have to use like crutches or something to get around for 2 or 3 weeks, which is 3 weeks was the worst one I had. It was the first one I had, and that's almost like a month of just crutches and not being fully mobile, and that sucks. And so that triggers more anxiety because I'm like, can I get in there with crutches? Are there a lot of stairs in that, you know, building or to that building or to wherever where I will have to go on crutches and hopefully not fall? Like, that just triggers everything else. And I'm like, people are gonna see me on crutches, people are gonna stare at me. I don't like people staring at me. That makes me anxious. Like, I just would rather avoid it all altogether. Just everything with my knee. And ooh. Bodies are weird. Like, what? Like, why can bones just like slip out? Like slip out, slip in. I'm gonna go on a vacation, I'll be right back, I'm sorry. And then your leg, you know, it's just like, no, I trusted you one time and you let me down. So I'm just gonna, you know, hold you hostage. Okay, next one, I know a lot of people, I know I've said this with literally everyone, but I want to be clear and, you know, make sure you all know that I am not by any means singling myself out. I don't think I'm special. I know a lot of people this bothers. I know that has to do more with like claustrophobia than anxiety, but for me it's more anxiety related than claustrophobia. It's just being around a lot of people, or like, I'd say more than like 2 or 3 people for an extended period of time. Like if I'm just going out to dinner and a movie with some friends, or something along those lines, I'm usually fine, sure. I'm usually fine, but if I'm around them for like an entire day, like during school, or like a sleepover, which I'm getting to that, stay tuned, then it starts to get kind of overwhelming for me because I'm definitely a huge introvert. I mean, large crowds also definitely. Just like being, I guess, at a concert or anywhere where there's like a large crowd, like a convention like VidCon or Playlist Live, where there's just a ton of people in like a line per se, or like a mass, where there's herds. Ooh. If I don't have to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, large crowds also definitely. Just like being, I guess, at a concert or anywhere where there's like a large crowd, like a convention like VidCon or Playlist Live, where there's just a ton of people in like a line per se, or like a mass, where there's herds. Ooh. If I don't have to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I will get in the middle of that crowd to be going wherever I'm going to, and will suddenly realize I'm in the middle of a crowd. There are people on all sides of me and I can't really get out that easily. And I'll just kind of slowly but surely start to just like shut down in a way, and it'll feel like I need to get out of here, or I'm gonna like vomit everywhere, and then everybody's gonna look at me. As a concert like 2, 3, 4-ish months ago. And my understanding of the band was, not to offend anybody, that they were like some calm, hippie stoner band, and everybody would go there and it would be calm, and it wouldn't be like, you know, freaking One Direction or something where everybody is screaming at the top of their lungs incessantly and jumping around incessantly. And guess what? It was. And I was in the middle of that crowd and they were jumping, and it was so packed in there that I had to jump or else I was gonna like get pushed down and trampled to death. They were pushing me and I was like, I need to get out of here ASAP, or I'm just gonna pass out and I'm gonna get trampled anyway. So I got out. Lesson number 1, you get out. My last one and my worst one is probably going to sound so dumb to most of the people that watch this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's my absolute worst like anxiety like moment of my life, is sleepovers. And by sleepovers, I mean if people are sleeping over at my house, if I'm sleeping over at somebody else's house, if I happen to be spending the night at a hotel. And it doesn't matter who I'm with. Like, I could be with like random classmates, like if you're like on a class trip and you just get assigned a room with random people that you like know but you don't really know. it's bad then. I could be sleeping over with family. I could be like sleeping over at my grandparents' house or sleeping over with my cousin or whoever, and it's bad. I could be sleeping over with my very best friends in the entire world who know basically everything about me, and it'll still be bad. Like, I don't like anything about, because first of all, you're like around people for an extended period of time, which just makes me both really like drained and tired and just like I need a quiet corner, goodbye type feeling. I don't know why, but sleepovers with my friends, it just makes me very nervous. It makes me a very nervous person. Honestly, it does. And I've been thinking about this ever since I noticed it, and I have no idea why it makes me so nervous. Like with the other ones, I'm like, okay, that's crowds. I don't like crowds, that's, you know, whatever. But with this, I'm like, why is it just the idea of a sleepover that makes me so incredibly nervous? Like, I don't understand why. Because I mean, first of all, you're there with your friends. It's not like you're there with people that just hate you. Like, if you get invited to a sleepover, obviously they probably like you. Everything about it makes me nervous. Like, I'm worried that like I'll eat something and it'll like make me sick, and I'll be sick at somebody else's house. Or like I'm worried about like where I'm gonna be sleeping. Like, what if I have to sleep on the floor for some reason? Like, what then? Sleepovers, ooh god, and any like, ooh god, ooh. To anybody that might or has or is thinking of inviting me over to a sleepover with you, just you, or any other amount of people, if I agree to go and I actually come and I actually sleep over, newsflash, I like you a lot. I trust you a lot. So I don't know, you're welcome for my liking you. I'm very weird. Very weird. Moving on to the second part of this video is tips and tricks for how I deal with it on a day-to-day basis if I need to. The first one that I use, I think it's been a while since I've watched this video, but I think Zoe mentioned this in her video too, is just music. I have a set playlist already of a lot of songs that I listen to if I just need to like calm the fuck down, and I will definitely link all of that stuff somewhere down there, somewhere. But that's honestly probably like my second biggest or biggest tip, is just find a few really calming songs that just make you feel really good and really like calm and safe, and just like make a playlist of them and just keep that playlist either on your phone or on your iPad or on your laptop or whatever music playing device you listen to or can get the quickest access to. Get noise canceling headphones, first of all. That has saved me on so many occasions, even just like putting them in so that people won't talk to me, or putting them in just to like kind of drown everything out and not even playing music. Holy crap, get noise canceling headphones. I don't care who you are, I don't care if you like earbuds or not. Get them. Go. Target has a lot of them. Just go to Target. Go to Target anyway, honestly. If you haven't been to a Target, go to a Target now. Get up, pause this video, go to a Target. My last tip, which helps me absolutely the most, is just talking myself through it. And that can either be like, if I'm in public, I tend to do it just like in my head silently, just kind of talking myself through it. But if I can be alone, or if I'm with people that like I really trust and like feel really comfortable around, I will kind of do it out loud, and I'll just like talk myself through it. I'll be like, look, nothing is happening. You don't need to be nervous. You know, if anything legitimately is happening, you can be like, okay, if you're talking to yourself, you're probably out of the situation. So you can be like, okay, you can calm down now. Nothing is happening now. So just kind of remind yourself that usually you're not in any like real danger, and usually nothing like of serious consequence really is probably going to happen. You know, just kind of remind yourself of like where you are. Be like, okay, I am in my bedroom, I am safe, you know, I'm at home in my bedroom, I'm at my friend's house in her bedroom, I'm, you know, just like ground yourself, talk yourself through it, be silent. Silent Night. Listen to Silent Night if you want to. That Christmas Carol thing, yeah, go for it. You do you. One thing I guess I wanted to say, I don't know if this would be considered like a tip or not, but one thing that I definitely wanted to say, I know this 110% applies to me because I always think of what other people think of me. Don't do that. Don't do it. And I would be lying if I said that I never think of what other people think of me, and like what other people think of me doesn't matter to me, because it does. It still does. I'm still working on it, obviously. But like if you're in public or you're in a situation just with other people kind of around, or where, you know, someone might hear you or see you or something, I don't know. If you're just not by yourself and you feel a panic attack coming on that you know you can't stop, do what you have to do. Go where you have to go. Be who you have to be to calm yourself down. I don't care what the man in the next aisle over in the grocery store is thinking of me if I need to get out and go sit in my car. I will abandon my shopping cart and walk out and go sit in my car and breathe for a second, because odds are I'm never going to see that man again in my entire life. I don't care what he thinks. Yeah, that's my advice. Help yourself in your time of need. If you know what to do, you do it. And you don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. Be hardcore. Live. So yeah guys, that's really all I had to say. I hope this video helped at least one person. That was the goal. I'm glad I kind of got to share a little bit with y'all. Yeah, I hope you have a happy day or night wherever you might be watching this from, and yeah, know you aren't alone, because I am horribly anxious as well. Peace. I've been looking in the viewfinder the entire time and not at people. I'm not gonna refilm it. I'm keeping it. I don't feel like